G'day guys, welcome back to Wombat Gaming. Well, this is the end, I guess. This is the final conclusion. All my troops are making their way back from the dock with our booty. And yeah, we have killed Ashbourne. We have this amazingly cool looking sword now, super long. And its stats are pretty good. They're 85 to 70. You do need to be strength level 8 to wield this bad boy. So yeah, so I think it'll do some pretty good damage. But anyway, what's next? I guess we do have a small quest here that says talk to the butcher. So we are going to go ahead and complete this quest line and see what else is happening. I'd be also interested to see what happens to the actual castle up here, or the brigands headquarters. We did remove the flag, and generally speaking, once you do that on bandit camps, they do disappear or don't respawn enemies. So it will be interesting to see whether we actually do get brigands. I know a lot of feedback from people was that it was a little bit underwhelming. I do have some thoughts on that. I think that probably was a result of me having maybe had a reclamation party come in like the day of, or I think it was maybe early in the day, to one of my villages that I'd taken. I think it might have been Horndine that we actually I may not have put in the video because I was getting replication parties pretty regularly. So that could have actually emptied out that brigands headquarters, because a few people have said that they have had other people have said that they've gotten larger forces when gone up there. But either way, I passed the feedback to the developer. I think it was a little bit underwhelming. It should have been a larger force there. So like a permanent force that probably stays there all the time, in my opinion, would probably work best. But anyway, that's what's nighttime now anyway. So what we need to do is we do need to talk to the butcher, and this is obviously major spoiler alert time, just like the last video. But if you want to see what does happen at the end of Bellwright so far, obviously please keep in mind that this is early access game. I will be giving you my thoughts at the end of this as well, just to sort of summarize the whole playthrough, and I will be doing some tips and tricks videos too. People are dropping stuff on the ground. Nice. Okay. Yeah, so we are just going to get through the evening. We are still kind of finishing off some research and stuff. The towns we were working on as well. You can see we got village grounds, and we were working our way to getting these to level 5. We'll see if we can get that done in this video as well, just to see what actually happens. I think this is going to be the closest one. We are very close to getting Blackridge Pool up and running. In fact, I just haven't actually, just traded today, so I probably need to do that as well. Let's have a look at what we've got a lot of, and a lot of this. So yeah, so I'm going to go through and trade. I don't need all these resources, so I just really am after these points that you get for increasing prosperity. So yeah, just going to get all that done. That'll help increase our prosperity. Although this stuff here I always take. We can't grow or collect cloud berries, so I always grab them from this location. And what else we got up here?
Did you see that?
Yeah, we were focusing on leathers and things like that, but we have plenty of this stuff at the moment, so we don't really need any of that either. The only thing we really do need is the leather. So we'll grab all of that, because that's the one thing that was slowing us down in making new armors. And let's do that.
Work, lads. We need to make this place look better.
All right, so that's the trading done for the day. We got that out of the way, which was good. The night's almost upon us, but all the prosperities you can see on the left there are rising by that 100, which is good. And we should be getting some of those buildings built too overnight. We do have the ability. Well, we've got 20 points here. We are waiting for this to tick up a little bit higher, so we'll probably go and build something bigger over there. This one's got a big chunk. We could probably, we don't have any points though, so we are waiting for this to click into the 4. So we did build a couple of village vaults, and we are waiting for this timeline to basically go solid. So I think that must be just a matter of time. I really haven't worked that out. The event history lasts 3 days. yeah, it just tells you what's happened over the last 3 days. I think it's just something that doesn't happen immediately, so it is like, yeah, we'll see how long that takes. But anyway, we will just keep building. I'm going to go run around to a couple of those towns that we haven't built in. We're going to wait for till tomorrow, and then we're going to talk to the butcher, and then we're going to find out what's going on. All right, we are at day 125, and I had to build another one of these saw pit saws, because we are building a lot of stuff in the towns at the moment, and I just realized that we are just like super low on the hard of the planks, and yeah, just from the building. So just bear that in mind. Village things, especially in tier 3, require a lot of these wooden planks, and just keep an eye on your other things, but cured rope, things like that. But yeah, definitely wooden planks and the hardwood planks are 2 of the things that I'm kind of chewing through at the moment. You can see a lot of these things have got a bit of both. So you will need a lot of those if you are getting towards the end times of the game. Okay, so I just ran around most of the towns last night and quickly just built in the ones that needed to be done with the points that I had. Yeah, just to see what would happen. This line seems to run pretty slowly on most of them. We are waiting for this one. Ooh, it ticked up a little bit there overnight by the looks, so we are getting close to having that, but I have only 10 points to spend at the moment. So I'm wondering if that is going to get me to the 10 points. Sometimes it sits just below the line. I guess having the 10 points, I could build something in that town. Let's have a look at what we've got here. Yeah, we could get... That's going to give us 500 prosperity, that archery range. Obviously building the training grounds as well. I think I already have a couple of them already built. Let's have a look. So we have the outlaw, we have the village barracks, but that's, and we have a training ground. We don't have the archery, so maybe we'll run over there and build that archery one. And yeah, we'll kind of put it out here maybe. Let's have a look. In fact, that's the only one I do have room for, so let's just pop it on the road here. It's going to require quite a lot of wood. All right, so the archery range has been placed, and yeah, that's pretty much the only thing that's really needed for this town. I think it's going to get us over the threshold that we need. I have kind of stopped trading. This is what this box was for. I was just placing stuff in. Yeah, I'm not really sure where to go with this game now. I did build a road sign up here too, just for quick travel, just to see whether anything did happen overnight. So it does look like it's just empty now. Usually a nighttime will refresh an area like this. We could just see if whether that flag is still there, I guess. I think it's gone completely, so yeah, the flag's gone. So all right, well, we will head off to speak to the butcher and see what he's got to say for himself, I guess. Now, he's normally located in Krishmere, so we'll just get to this travel sign and just have a look and see whether he's there. Oh, here we go. No doubt he'll probably be down near the water, near the dock area. Doesn't tend to go up into the town, these particular NPCs.
Finally, we can walk our streets without fear.
Oh, here he is. Okay.
I heard about what happened. Ashbourne is defeated. You've done a great thing, but it's only the start. Yes, I suppose so. In truth, I've been keeping secrets because I didn't know if I could trust you. I didn't know what kind of person you had become.
All right, so we've got a couple of dialogue options.
The truth is, your father is alive, somewhere in Carvenia.
And my father is alive after all this time. There you go. So I guess that's something that could be coming our way in a future update. Here he is. Can't wait a second longer. I need to find him.
I know it's tough to process, but I'm not lying. As we speak, I've got members of Burning Stove searching for him. You need to rest while you can, because the backlash to defeating Ashbourne won't be far enough. I promise, no more secrets or lies from now on. We'll speak soon, Bellwright.
Alright, we got a good chunk of renown for that. So 25,000 actually. So I don't know where that actually, you know, takes us as far as we don't really need it anymore. But we can continue to hire people, I guess. I'm not really sure if there's anything else coming. So I'm going to play through the next couple of days and see whether that the brigands decide to come back, I guess. We will look at also the towns that we are trying to get to full prosperity. So stick around and we'll get them to full prosperity and see exactly what is going to happen with those towns, I guess. Alright, well, we were running around doing some things. I noticed this came up. So this is like a congratulations, I guess, for completing the chapter of your quest through Bellwright. And it does say that this adventure in Kelvinia is just the beginning. So continue to uncover the hidden secrets, forge alliances, etc, etc, etc. So prepare yourself for the upcoming story updates that will reveal more about the mysterious past that guide you through securing Kelvinia's future. The bell shall ring for freedom once more. So there you go. So that's the kind of, I guess, the final bit so far for this particular early access game. I did say I'm going to quickly just get all these towns up to as far as I can, try to get at least one under prosperity, fully prosperity, so we can actually have a look at, see what the difference is. And yeah, so stay tuned for that one. Right, just clearing out some of the bandit camps while we're waiting for a ton of to, I guess, get going. I removed a few people from my main army, so about 5-6 people. We're down to about 45 total now. I mean, we really are just yeah, we just slaughter everybody basically. It's not. This great sword just cuts through everybody. And that was it. It's pretty easy, as you can see. So yeah, I'm kind of like not really having any issues with clearing out bandit camps. I built this massive army thinking that's what was going to happen, I guess, with Ashbourne's army. So anyway, just showing you, a little bit of the gameplay afterwards. This great sword, what it can do. And like I said, we're just going to continue on to the final areas where we're getting some of the towns really close now. So I think Black Ridge is going to tick over before Horndean, funnily enough. Yeah, it is. So we'll wait for that to tick over and we'll have a look at that as well. But as you can see on the map too, we're on the kind of edge of the map over here. There is quite a large map, but all this left side of it is completely, and the top, I guess, it's completely grayed out by fog of war. So it'll be interesting to see what the developers do in those areas in maybe one of their coming updates. Alrighty, we are at day 126, and yeah, I'm gonna go and check the Brigands stronghold just to see if anything's happened up there. We are going to trade with all the towns, and we are pretty close, I think, to getting at least Blackridge Pool to its full. Let's have a look at Mount over here. Yeah, so hopefully I'm hoping that will tick over today. If not, we do have a bunch of trades that we can do. So we're going to head over to the Brigand stronghold first, just to see whether anything has changed over there. And yeah, as predicted, I think because I moved the flag, I think that's just eliminated all of the brigands now, so we only have some wolves in the area. So I think after a couple of days, this should have repopulated if it was going to, like normal bandit camps that respawn. So all right, we're going to work on a couple of those towns, try to get them to that level 15. Also, there was one quest that I know of that I cannot complete and cannot figure out how. I'm kind of giving up. So if you want to pop it in the comments below, there is a shrine down here to the west of Blackridge Pool that I've spoken to, I think, everybody in Blackridge Pool, and I just cannot trigger it for some reason. There's also a hut up here, so I might have to just go back through Blackridge Pool. So hang 10 and I will go and see if I can figure this out, because there seems to be a couple of things in Blackridge Pool area that for some reason quest-wise haven't triggered, and I'm sure on my first playthrough I actually did get them to trigger. Now there's pros and cons to one particular building I will point out in the game, and that is the reason. I'll show you the building I'm talking about. So let's have a look at the building. And it's in the village. So when you basically liberate a village, you're able to build a particular building. It's not actually showing up in here, but it's basically the scouts building. And basically what it does, it reveals all the fog of war in the region. So it basically just allows you to see all the resources and, you know, everything on the map. Now, the pros to that obviously are that you can see where all the resources are. So if you want moss, you know where to get all your moss from. Etc. So, but the downside is that it then reveals areas that you haven't been before. So you may miss, you know, shrines, you may miss quests, things like that. So just bear that in mind when you are building that scouts lookout, whatever it's called. Let's have a look and actually just go to Blackridge and have a look at it, because so we head over here. You know, this is the building that I'm talking about. So yeah, the scouts lookout, I was correct. So if you were going to, basically, this is the building that you build, and it just takes away the fog of war in the region. So, all right, I'm going to have a run through Blackridge Pool, do some, I guess, do some trading to try and get them up as high as I can. And yeah, we'll see where this takes us. Alrighty, we've got a couple of quest areas that I haven't been able to activate. I don't think I got anything out of this one. It does seem strange. We have got a hut up here, and we do have this guy. He won't speak to me, so but I can't seem to get him to trigger anything. And also, as I said, there is a shrine down the hill down there somewhere. That's basically got someone wandering around with it. And I will make my way up to this one as well. There's a hut up here. But yeah, there are three things I haven't been able to trigger for some reason. I've gone through Blackridge Pool one more time and spoken to as many people as I can to see if they've got anything they need me to do. But for some reason, they don't seem to want to talk to me. So this is another one here. I'm trying to recall whether I've done any of these or not. So, so she's a no as well. All right, well, let's head off to the other hut that's on top of the hill up there and see if we can trigger something. All right, we are at day 127, and we have a reclamation party. So super interesting. I wasn't expecting that at all, and it is coming out of the Brigands prison. So interestingly enough, yeah, it's heading towards Blackridge Pool. So we're going to head to my base. We're going to just go and check this out, see what's happening. I thought I'd just take a quick look at the you can see now this is the force that I was actually kind of expecting. You can see the reclamation party has taken off down here, but you can see just how many numbers are in here. That's what I was expecting when I took my army up here. So we're actually going to maybe do that and yeah, see what happens. So stay tuned. All right, that reclamation party was taken care of, and I don't think I lost any troops. I think I have 45. So, yep. Blackpool is now prosperous. So, let's have a look at Blackpool. So, we have actually hit the 15k plus on that one. So, we have an extra 50 points to build stuff. We already have the training grounds, the archery range, and the village barracks. So, I'm not sure what that actually leaves us. Yeah, so as far as military-wise, I think we're pretty good now there. So we just need to, it actually hasn't given us really much more apart from more points to build. So we can build more houses and things like that, increase population, I guess. You can see there is a line here where we've got potentially up to 15 light infantry, archers, and heavy infantry. At the moment, days are 0 and 0, so it will be interesting to see whether we can increase those up to the full amounts and raise that full militia, I guess you could say. And I guess it would be worth testing to see whether it actually could potentially, what have we got there? We got 25, 26, 34 troops. That's a pretty sizable force. It'd be interesting to see how they do against a reclamation party, to be honest. But anyway, we did hence discover that now the Brigands headquarters does repopulate. So we are, and it has a lot of troops in it at the moment. So we are going to head back to our base. Everyone's in reasonably good condition after that little battle. We are going to actually take on the bigger army at the actual Brigands headquarters and see whether this is going to be a really good final battle. So stay tuned for that one. Alrighty guys, we are heading off to our final battle. We did check the Brigands stronghold earlier and it seemed to have a lot of troops in it, which is what I was expecting for when we took on Ashbourne, but maybe that's the fact, maybe that's just the way it plays out. Maybe when you go to confront Ashbourne, there isn't a massive force there, so I'm not really sure how everything kind of works that way, but we are going to head there now with our force just to see what's happening. Now, I always way, then I built 2 of these cellars to stop a lineup like this happening, and they all line up on that side with all the good foods in this one. It's always the way, isn't it? So I was hoping that they might be able to fix that sometime. Let's see if we can get them to, no, they're still going to the other one. All the shit food's in the other one too. It's always the way, isn't it? Anyway, that doesn't matter. Yeah, so maybe that is something that will come in the future where we can actually select the type of food we want them to take, which would be kind of cool. Yeah, so if we have a look at the army tab, I mean, we can select food here and increase the level. I don't need more food at the moment. I think we're just going to be a short march anyway, but yeah, I think they're just, the problem we've got is that they're picking up garbagey foods, you know, like berries, stuff like that. So there's a little bit of meat in there, but ultimately I'd like to pick the good stuff out of here. I specifically made this so this would stay, yeah. Now I did have that in there at first, kept swapping itself around, I'm not sure why. We aren't running out of this, but I wanted the combat food to be the one that they take first. But anyway, that's just the way it is, and I don't have time to put one in everybody's slot, so we're just going to march on with what we've got. We're going to head to the Brigand stronghold, and hopefully that big army that we spotted earlier is still there, and we're going to take on them for our final action. We have completed all the research in the tech tree, which was pretty cool too, so I'll show you that in a second. I was hoping there'd be like maybe a Steam badge for that one, but there wasn't, so that, well, nothing came up anyway when I finished it. Let's just, all right, that's ready to go. So yeah, so the research tree is completely finished. There isn't anything that we haven't researched on this tree now, which is good. Hopefully we might end up with tier 4 stuff eventually, who knows. So just waiting for these guys to arrive. We have got a dock that we built earlier to take on Ashbourne down here. So we are going to like march up to this Brigands headquarters, and hopefully they are all there. Still missing some people. So see what's going on here. Oh, we've got some stragglers coming down the hill now. Most of this army is pretty much maxed out for what they are now. We have tons of armor and stuff left over. I made a few things more than I should have, and there was no real armor changing. There is a couple of people like this guy in the green here that's only, he needs to be leveled up as far as strength. He's pretty new. So let's have a look and see whether everybody's here now. 47 and 47, yep. All right, we are going to head on up the hill.
Stay together.
And take on this army that was supposed to be the original army, which I thought was going to be the original battle. So this will be our last battle. I don't think there's really much more to do. We did get Blackridge Pool to its full 15,000, which is level 5. And these numbers haven't really changed much in the last day or two, so infantry is definitely higher. So it's interesting that that has changed, but the other two have not moved at all. So it would take some time and maybe... Here they go. Yeah, maybe spending a bit more time in the game. I mean, I'm at 100 day at 128. Let me know where you guys are at. If you're at that and you're nowhere near where I'm at, maybe I rush through things, who knows. Anyway, we are going to head up there now and hopefully have a bigger army. Now I'm going to keep everyone closer to me because last time I came here, they pretty much came straight out at me. You can see there's some brigands already kind of on the top section up there. It's a lot more than when we had Ashbourne, that's for sure.
Follow my lead. Move, move.
Still getting that glitchiness where some of the troops want to move, some don't want to move.
Onward.
Like that guy in the far distance there, he does not want to move for some reason.
Move. Move.
Here it comes, okay. All right, that's a more sizable army. They will come out the front gate, so we will get everybody up here. We just have the one guy, this heavy infantry dude, coming up behind us. All right, well, we're pretty close to them here. They haven't moved yet. We haven't heard the music, but you can see there's a lot more people in here, so let's get ourselves up here. All right, here they come. There's just no music, so... Alright, this is, I guess, the final battle, guys. Let's see how we go.
Move, move.
Alright, here they come. Here's the remaining group. This is a much larger army, so this is more like what I was expecting. So this is going to be good. We'll just, looks like we've lost a few people already, so this is definitely more like what I was expecting. Do we have more archers somewhere? I think we got the one last guy in here now. Alright, well there you go, that was it I think. We did have a much larger force there, and there's a lot more injuries you can see. I think we may have lost at least one person. I should have checked. But I don't think there's going to be any extra loot, so we'll I'll just leave them out here and go in and have a quick look. We have a bunch of wolves down here. I will see if the flag is returned as well. Now the only loot box we actually got was just in here. No, that hasn't respawned, so there's no extra loot. It's just what we picked up from defeating the brigands then. And yeah, you can see the flag is definitely gone. And I've had a good look around this castle, and there's pretty much nothing else in here that I could find. And although I did see this area up in here, it's got me thinking, all right, let's have a look. Don't know if we can get up here. I've seen stranger things. No. Okay. I will play around with this. I will see whether we can... There's another way maybe potentially here. No, I think I'm gonna... Oh, I'm gonna just make it, but you can see... Alright, yeah, there's nothing up here, so... Alright. Alright, we've had a good look around this. I think that's pretty much it, guys. I think this is a wrap for the game. Like I said, I will be doing some tips and tricks videos, so stay tuned for that. Let me know if there's anything else you want me to cover. in that particular video. But yeah, look, there's nothing, like I said, really left to do in here. We have defeated what I thought was going to be the initial army anyway, and we did it quite comfortably with the 40 plus troops that we had, so pretty happy with the result. But anyway, thanks for watching, guys. Hit that like button, consider subscribing for more content on Bellwright. I will be covering Kingdom Come Deliverance 2 when it releases in a few weeks' time as well. So if you're interested in watching some of that gameplay or getting some tips and tricks from my videos, then stay tuned for that one as well. This is Wombat out.
When the teacher's so well-lit sparks und lightning takes to the skies with pixels ablaze and battles untamed, we'll conquer the virtual